What time is it, creatives? That's right, it's photo hacking time. So let's get hacking, because photo hacking is life. I'm Charlotte, your host, and for more information, you can visit photohacklovers.com. I appreciate visitations. And to support me, please watch this video in its entirety. Brownie points. If you sit through the ads, that helps me out tremendously. Give me a big thumbs up. And basically, I'm going to do what I promised in my last video, and we're going to hack the creative market. And yes, it's totally legal. I'm basically going to show you how every single person on the creative market makes their stupid textures. And we're going to learn how to do it the proper way, and we're going to do it better. Because we have gone to the dark side. And creative market is not my father. I'm sorry, that was pretty nerdy. But anyways, I digress. Let's get into it. So as you know, I'm not very technical, so I might call some of the tools doohickeys and stuff, but as long as you follow along, you should be good. So this is an example of what we're going to be learning today. We're going to learn how to make glitter textures from the stuff that already ships with Photoshop. So I'm not teaching you anything that isn't already available for free. So you can make your own textures, and you won't be like harassed every time you buy something for the creative market, or when you buy a resource and then they try to sue you for using it in your own graphics. That's kind of bullshit. So I'm going to teach you how to make these glitter textures so you can make them in your own graphics. You can make all kinds of colors. If you want to resell them, you can do that as well too. You can make a passive income on Hungry JPEG, Creative Market, and Etsy. Personally, Hungry JPEG and Creative Market, they take 30% of your earnings, and they're pretty much biased towards font sellers. It's a hipster community. If you're not going with their trends, if you're creating unique stuff that is from your soul, like designs from your soul, you can forget about it because they don't have nothing to do with you. They have their own hipster arena and they're sticking to it. Etsy is more for people, if you want to get creative, if you want to be different, you're more than welcome to do that. Etsy is so much better. I so much recommend that better if you're going to sell on any platform, but I digress. So with that being said, here is the example of what we will be creating. So this is the texture that I created from the default, their default like fill patterns that ship with Photoshop. Isn't this a beautiful texture? Doesn't that look amazing? Oh my gosh. It's amazing. And how you create a pattern from the texture you make is you go to edit, define pattern, you name that bad boy. I would just call it pink freaking glitter. And bam, you have a glitter. Now just create a new layer and just press Control Delete and go to your little FX button here, go to Pattern Overlay, and you should see that bad boy right here. That's the one that we just created. And if you're not sure, you go to Rename, and there it is, pink freaking glitter. Okay. Now the reason why it's like that is because it's set to luminosity. So if you ever find a glitter pattern and you want to change the color, you can just click on luminosity here and it will change it back down to the black and white texture that it was. Press OK, rasterize that layer, then go to levels, image, adjustments, levels, bump up the blacks, bump up the whites, Not too much. Don't get too wild. And then press OK. Gosh, I'm feeling like I need some wine today. I don't know why. That's not a sin because Jesus drank wine. They give it out in the churches. So I might go to church this week so I can get some free wine. But I digress. But anyways, so this is like the pattern fill. I like, so if you get any patterns, you can just like hack it and make it right back to the beginning. Then now you're going to go into image, adjustments, hue and saturation. You can change the color now, but you're going to have to bump up the saturation. So there you go. Now you've got a darker pink glitter. You got a blue glitter. You've got all different kinds of lovely glitters. You can change the darkness and whatnot, the greens or whatever. So you can do that. If you press this colorize button, it'll give you a different variation. So you can bump up the saturation. You can make it a dark purple. You can just go to town. But if you really want to hack someone else's colors, like if you go on Creative Market and you like some colors, what you will do is you will just take a screenshot of that, then take it into Cooler and extract those colors. I'll show you that in a different tutorial. But your workspace extensions, you will find there it is, Adobe Color Themes. Adobe freaking Color Themes. And then all your Adobe Color Themes will show up. They will show up here in your themes. And then you can just take your little eyedropper tool, okay? And I have these named pretty funny, 50 Shades of Grey Sun. Playa Haida, yeah. I tend to name my files like some weird stuff. You can just click on here and your colors will show up over here. You see all these colors here? That's how I made my Island Glitz styling kit. I just basically took pictures off of Pinterest, just put them in Cooler and extracted the colors and made little like swatches. You can make these swatches and you can save them out into your color palette. And I'll show you another video tutorial on that. But that's very simple to do. But what we're going to do now is we're going to learn how to create this texture on your own. You're more than welcome to use my glitter texture. If you purchase my texture, you can change the colors. I don't really care. I'm not petty like that. But what you're going to do is you're going to create a new document. 12 by 12, 300. And the reason why we're creating a 12 by 12 document is because you want to make the graphic large enough so that when you're using these as overlays on your text, they will fit any large text, like up to like 500, you know what I mean? So that's the point of creating a 12 by 12 texture. Now, as you know, I don't like styles because once you create a style, you can't really resize that. Styles are good if you're doing something for your own self, like for a specific font, but I don't particularly like styles. I like patterns because you can move them around. Like I showed you, if you watched my previous video, you would know about that. Okay, so here we go. So here's the first step. Actually, first I want to show you something, okay? This is, let's go to pattern overlay. Okay, so we're gonna go and we're gonna click on this little cog. You see the little cog? Let me move my thing over so you can see it better. Okay, so you click on this little cog here, okay? I don't really know what the technical term is for that, but I call it cog because it looks like a little mechanical cog. So you're gonna go to texture fill number 2. This is it right here. Ships with Photoshop. I've already loaded texture fill number 2, but I'm gonna load it again just for this tutorial's sake. You're gonna click append, because if you click OK and write, you will write over all your patterns, and you don't want to do that. So you just want to add to your little collection here. Another thing is, I wouldn't suggest having this many patterns in your Photoshop because Photoshop is a memory hog, and if you don't have a serious system, I have a serious system. I have a computer that's probably worth $5,000, but I paid $2,000 for it. I've got some serious machine work under the hood of my PC. That baby purrs yeah, she's beautiful. And yes, I've named my computer Betsy. I love my computer. I would kill for my computer, so that's a nerd for you. Append. Okay. Actually, I'm just kidding. That was a joke. Yeah, I don't want people going around saying I'm a murderer. You know how people get online, they take everything out of context even when you're joking. It's just it's a figure of speech, okay? So there's 2 textures on here that you can use to make glitters. There's Tau 439 and there's Web 100. Now the Web 100 is the standard glitter that you'll probably use, the web, and you're going to use it with the setting of 100, okay? And you can see that's nice and crisp. But if you want to, you can also use Tau. I have to find Tau. That one's a little bit harder to find. And you can just, sometimes when you click over the textures, they don't really pop up sometimes. I noticed that's a glitch in Photoshop. So here's Tau. So if you just scroll your mouse over it, eventually you'll find it, but sometimes they don't pop up for some freaking reason. So Tau is, okay, so this one is Web and this one is Tau. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the 6th one from Web. So this is where it would be. So if you click on Tau, you're going to use the settings of 439 for this is a larger glitter if you wanted to make larger glitter, but we're just going to use the Web one and we're going to make that one today. You can, your homework is to experiment with the Tau one. So I'm going to put it back to 100. Okay? And that's what I wanted to show you, but that's not how you load the pattern. There's another way that this is only going to work if you do it this way. So cancel out of that. I just wanted to show you where the patterns were so you know. So where you're going to go to File. Actually, I'm sorry, I lied to you. It's Edit. Go to Edit, Fill. Go to Edit, Fill. And then go to Pattern. Now, you're going to select your pattern. That's why I wanted to show you where they were so you would know first. So you select that pattern. Okay, and you just go ahead and put it in there. Okay, so now what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your clone stamp tool, okay, and what you're gonna do is, because this has a repeating pattern and it doesn't look like glitter right now, it doesn't look like that. We're gonna make it look like that. Unfortunately right now it doesn't look like that. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna press the Alt key and you're gonna sample and you're just gonna kind of swirl it around. But I'm sorry, you got to get a hard brush. I have a freaking soft brush. Okay, let me let me clear my brushes. I'm going to show you the brushes that you want to use. Delete. Done. Okay, you're going to go to basic brushes, and then you're going to select a hard brush. You're going to bump it up a little bit. Let's see. About 165 is good. You're going to press Alt, hold the Alt or the Command key down, sample a layer, and you're just going to kind of like scrub. And this is going to take a while, okay? And you're just going to basically kind of like scrub out. Don't do it too much, just a little teeny circles, and you're going to just basically scrub out the repeating pattern. And this will take a while. So that's why I suggest when you get done to save it as a freaking template. I save mine as a template, so I don't have to do this. So and you're just gonna keep going like so and make it look really good. If you have to, you can zoom in, and you see how it's starting to look really good. It's the same. So just keep doing that. Just keep doing that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and get my texture that I've already created, because this will take a long time. You're gonna have to sit there and tediously create your texture from this, and then once it's done, you never have to do it again. That's the beauty of it. You can just use it over and over again as a template to make other glitters. Okay, so basically what I did was I paused the video, I put on some good music, and I went away destructive editing this this file. So I'm gonna zoom out. As you can see, this is my recreated project, and we want to make it look like the other photo here, and we want to give it that texture. So this is the one I created a few days ago, and I think I made the glitter a little bit larger, but that's okay. You can make the glitter larger or smaller depending on your project. You can save variations as well. So we're going to make this, the one that we just created, like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to duplicate the layer, okay? Press OK, and then we're going to change this one to multiply. So that's going to create a little darker effect for the glitter. Then we're going to go here and we're going to duplicate this layer again, and we're going to zoom out, and we're going to press Control T. This is using the transform tool, and we're going to rotate this glitter, and then we're going to just resize it a little bit to kind of give it a little bit more texture, okay, like so. Make sure you have your edges lined up. You can zoom in for that. And then you're going to just lower the opacity just a little bit, because you don't want it too dark. You want it to, you know, give it a better look. Now we're going to merge all these layers down. Okay? Merge them down. Okay. So now we're going to go to Image Adjustments, Selective Color. What I want to do is I want to bump the whites back up. Okay? Because your glitter, the white is what gives it the sparkle. You know what I mean? So that's looking pretty good. Now you can create an even more crustier look by going to filter, noise, add noise, and you're gonna make it about, I don't know, 12 is good. You can use monochromatic and press OK. And then you duplicate the layer, press OK, then go to soft light. And then you can take down the fill just a little bit, merge down. Then you can zoom out. Zoom back in. That looks like a pretty good convincing glitter texture. Okay, now you can save this as a default, so like if you start adding color and you mess up, you can just go back and use this and you don't have to spend all that tedious time. So you go to edit, define pattern, and you're just gonna put this as a template, glitter, whatever. Okay, so now you're gonna create a new layer. Okay, and let's pick a color, whatever color you want. Say if you want pink, go over here to the pinks. And then you just, whoops. I know, I didn't select it. I press Control and then just drag with this little dotty rectangular marquee tool. And then you're gonna press, well, make sure that your foreground color is changed. And you're gonna press Control Delete, okay? And then deselect it. And then you're gonna press, go here to your filters and change it to soft light. Okay? Look at that, how pretty that looks. Now, here's the fun part. Now, you can merge down this layer. Now we're gonna go over here back to the adjustments, go to selective color, go back to whites, and bump them up, and the blacks, and then do another color overlay. Press Control A, Control Delete, and do it again. And you can just layer these on top of another, and look how that looks. You're getting a more in-depth color. You can also play with the curves to create different variations, and you know, that's looking pretty good. Then you can also go to adjustments, hue and saturation, and you can change all the colors. Look, that's a pretty gold. You can bump up the saturation to make it really gold looking, or like a rose. That's like kind of like the rose gold color that I made. As you can see, that's pretty good. So I'm going to zoom out of here. So if you want to make this a little bit darker, you can. You can go to the levels and you can bump up the darkness and the glitter, giving it a more raspy effect. That looks pretty good. So you're going to press Control A, okay, edit, and define pattern. Okay, now if you want to create a set of patterns and save them out as a set, you can go to your pattern overlays, okay, and you can just, whatever's in here is going to get saved. So you can save this whole thing out to a pattern preset. But like, say for instance you have some patterns in here that you don't want to save, you can go to the preset manager and you can select it and then shift select all of these and just delete them. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cancel out of this. Okay, now I'm going to merge this down. Now to create an even more crustier effect, you're going to go to Filter, Sharpen, Smart Sharpen. And what's that's going to do is it's going to give your glitter a more crustier effect and make it a little bit more sparklier. Okay, so let's edit, define pattern. Oh my god, Photoshop is acting up. It's been acting up all day. Okay, so now we're gonna go back to here and how you add it to the text. What the hell did I just do? I got click happy. I'm not selecting that. Okay, just go to pattern overlay and select the glitter. There it is. There is the glitter. Well, actually it's up there that you just created. You can scale it up, scale it down, whatever. I think you can just click snap to origin, but I think 25 is a good setting. On that. So as you can see, that's a tinier glitter that I created. I just wanted to show you the variation. This is a bigger glitter. So depending on the pattern settings that you create, like if you create, like I use the web 100, so at 100%. So you can make it 150%. You can make it 160%. You can make bigger glitter and smaller glitter. That's the point I'm trying to make. So this glitter is a little bit bigger than this glitter. The last glitter I created, as you can see. Because this one's a little bit smaller. But whatever, glitter is glitter. But that's how I create glitter, and I hope that you like this tutorial. I could have shown you, whoops, I could have shown you the towel really quickly, but this video's already gone to 30 minutes, so I think I will show you part 2 of glitters. There's many ways to make glitters in Photoshop. This is just one of the many ways. Thank you so much for watching. You guys have a wonderful day.